Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dennis and welcome back to Racer or Random SCP Review. And today we will actually try to review another SCP, and this is the 20th entry of the SCP in Random SCP Review. So yeah, I guess just like usual, let's generate number and stop. Okay, we will review SCP number 3890. Okay, 3890 pretty much. And I will be right back. Okay, here we are in the SCP Wiki website, and this is SCP-3890, which is called Forget Me Not. Now, the term Forget Me Not, it really feels like I know about this reference, but this felt like some time ago, so this really feels like 2017 vibes pretty much, or 2016. It's about those times pretty much. Let's see if this is that time or not. Yeah, it's either even 2018 as well, I'm not sure, but I feel like I have seen a neon lamp sign which is Forget Me Not. Also, I feel like Forget Me Not is like some kind of album, the name of an album. It kind of similar to something that I forgot during that time as well. Yeah, it really feels like I know about this one, but I'm not sure as well. I guess we can just go in and see what it's all about. It really feels like it super feels like I know about this. Also, by the way, this is too okay. This is a little bit too. Oh, there is actually a hyperlink over here. That's interesting. I will actually take a look about that as well later on, and I guess we can just start. Um, there is no picture. Also, SCP-3890 is called Forget Me Not. It really seems like some kind of concept or something. But yeah, I guess we can just start now. And here we go. SCP-3890 object class is considered as Keter. Okay. Special containment procedures due to the nature of 3890 and my current situation, I am unable to enact containment procedures. For the time being, I will focus my efforts on exploring 3890 and the anomalous phenomena it displays. Description: SCP-3890 is a potentially extra-dimensional or extraterrestrial space which I, Dr. Elizabeth Graham, was somehow transported to from Site 22 on 17th of February 2016. Yeah, here we go, 2016. So I was right. It really feels like that time. Like there is something about this that was kind of popular as well. So I really feel I really feel like it's like somehow I know about this, but I'm not sure what it is. So yeah. At the time, I was transporting template documentation. Also, by the way, I'm going to reread first. Potentially extraction or AT space, which I, the doctor, was somehow transported to from Site 22, which is interesting. What does they mean? What do they mean by somehow transported? Is it like by unintentional or by intentional mean? Like, it's just like pretty much when you're working and then suddenly your boss decided that you will be replaced into some other places. So is it that or like literally mysteriously you got transported into Site 22, which I cannot doubt. I think it's the first one. So yeah. At the time, I was transporting template documentation for the containment of several other SCP items. Oh, that's interesting. So, this doctor pretty much also, handles other SCP as well. Maybe from the same person who creates this, I'm not sure. But I do not believe that they are related to this anomaly. Similarly, I am uncertain as to whether I was transported here due to my involvement with the Foundation. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much what is it called again? Like an order from the higher position. So yeah, um, in terms of geography, 3890 takes the form of a seemingly infinite desert plain with ruins of differing architectural design poking out through the sand. Okay, so 3890 is pretty much a terrain. I'm not entirely sure. I have noted the presence of buildings of modern design, along with what appear to be ruins of ancient Roman and Erection structures. Exploration of these structures has shown that they are mostly empty. I'm unsure whether this is by design or if they were looted at some point in the past, perhaps by a specimen of Dash 1, which is maybe like the inhabitant. So, yeah. Um, 3890, from what I can tell, goes through a solar cycle identical to that of Earth. Perhaps this location is not extra-dimensional or extraterrestrial, but some location on the Earth that remains hidden, perhaps through some form of anti-memetic camouflage. That actually is possible because we're talking about SCP world here. So anti-memetic camouflage means anti-memetic. It means that it's protected against any other memetic hazard. And memetic hazard is, I think the SCP-12012, which is the node, it can affect the person close by to, try to finish the node by sacrificing their own blood. So, those in, hypnotism is can be considered as a memetic hazard. So maybe this is that, like the reverse effect of anti-memetic camouflage. It means that it's not detected by others, but it is actually there. So yeah, maybe it's warm during the day and cold during the night nonetheless, but never to an uncomfortable degree. In that way, it is very much unlike an actual desert. Okay, that's actually interesting as well because we know that desert has extreme temperature. It's like boiling hot in the day and it's like frozen cold at night. So seeing this, it's still, the person still says that it is, um, the what is it? Yeah, never uncomfortable to a degree, pretty much. So it's you can say that it's normal. It's a desert that has normal temperatures just anywhere else, pretty much. So yeah. Anyway, dash one is my collective designation or designation for the humanoid entities that wandered through 3890. Also, I'm not sure if 3890 if the person here, the doctor, is actually there, or if they are like if they are transported there and cannot come back, or if the doctor is it's pretty much just doing what the foundation does, like just to explore and then return when maybe, let's say, at the afternoon, so they went home. I kind of wonder if it's like that as well. I'm not sure, but yeah. um what else? That water through 3890, they do not respond to any stimuli, and as far as I have been able to tell, simply walk around without a specific destination. Okay, so it's just a wonder. I have observed several of them simply walking in circles around buildings. Is there meaning to this behavior, or are they simply unintelligent? At this point, I cannot be sure. Like the buildings, specimens of Dash 1 appear to originate from a range of locations and times, some modern, some ancient. I've recovered a knife from the pocket of a Dash 1 specimen, so I can defend myself to a limited degree if necessary. I don't think you will need it though, but we'll see what happens next. Additionally, specimens of Dash 1 do not defend themselves when attacked. Autopsy of one specimen has shown no differences between the anatomy of Dash 1 and normal human beings. To my mind, there are two possibilities here. Okay. Um, for one, specimens of Dash 1 are entities which have been created to resemble humans. Their mindless nature is the result of an imperfect creation. Okay, that makes sense actually. And then number two, specimens of Dash 1 are humans which have been mentally altered in some way to rob them of their faculties. Okay, so it's pretty much like brainwashed people. So that's the other what is it, like the other possible things out of two. But if you ask me, I feel like the first one can make sense. The second one can also be, can also make sense as well. So yeah, I'm not sure. So far, it appears that individuals within 3890 do not experience hunger or thirst. I've been here for 3 days thus far and feel pretty much the same as I did when I first arrived. Okay. I cannot be certain, however, whether I no longer need food and water or simply believe I do not. As I've come by no food here except this one, I very much hope the former is the case. Okay. So, okay, so the doctor is also stranded pretty much when this happened. But then again, I kind of, like, I kind of don't understand as well, like, where this is. I mean, this is like in some kind of random planet, and then, they mentioned that it's pretty much a desert. However, it really feels like it's the same as Earth as well, with the rotation, with the time, with the, yeah, with the everything pretty much. So, they had theory that it maybe is something else, but yeah. Actually, yeah, there is also a hyperlink over here. Let's actually go and see where this put me through. Maybe it brings me to another, like extension, but I'm not sure. Oh, my internet has decided to, be cut at the worst time ever. But all right, I'm just gonna wait it here and see what's going on. Um, okay, my internet is still, yeah. Okay, there is an offset there from the thing over here, offset dash slash one. It means there's something else, but hopefully this can be a little bit short as well, because I kind of want to see this in the other time. Also, my internet is not going better. Okay, here we go. Let's reload and see what's going on with this one. 3890 dash 2. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, there is another one as well, and there is another one over here. That's interesting. Okay, let's go, I guess. 3890 dash 2, object class Keter as well. Special containment procedures. Due to my current circumstances, containment of 3890 dash 2 is not possible. I must be cautious at all times and watch for the presence of dash 2. At the first sign that something I'm approaching is not as it appears, I will retreat from the area immediately. Okay, so it's like Fata Morgana pretty much. And yeah. And then description. Dash 2 is a living entity of varying shape and size which resides in 3890, the desert. I'm uncertain as to whether Dash 2 originates here or if it was transported here at some point in the same way I was. Oh, so okay, so it's either inhabitants or, like a random thing that got transported there as well. From what I have observed of its behavior, it appears to be some form of predator. Oh, that's actually creepy. And yeah, Dash 2 is currently hunting me. Yeah, even more creepier. Okay. I first encountered the entity shortly after writing down my initial observations of 3890. It snuck up behind me while I was resting and caught me while I wasn't paying attention. I was knocked unconscious by its attack and woke up several hours later during the night. It has attacked me several times since that first encounter, with several hours between its attack. Okay, it's extremely hostile then. Um, Dash 2 has the ability to, as far as I can tell, mimic any object. So far, I've seen it disguise itself as a specimen of Dash 1, a piece of loose documentation, a star in the sky, a building on the horizon, a fly, or a patch of dirt on my leg. Oh, so it's a shapeshifter, and it's an unlimited shapeshifter, I would say, because transforming yourself into a fly, a size of a fly, and then suddenly transforming yourself into a size of building on the horizon. So yeah, that's actually interesting, actually. Okay, so it's a unlimited or unrestricted shape shifting. So it means that it can be increased in the mass or the volume as well, pretty much. Right now, I cannot be sure whether Dash 2 is simply fooling my brain into perceiving it as these things or whether it does actually become them. Oh, okay, so it's either they actually transform or either they, like hypnotizing the doctor pretty much, which is interesting. Once I approach the thing, Dash 2 is mimicking it, for lack of a better word, unfolds before striking at me. Its true form is difficult to describe, as it is constantly shifting and warping in on itself. The closest thing I can describe is as is black origami, folding and unfolding, stretching and compressing. Okay, so Terminator pretty much. Yeah, like Terminator. They can transform into some kind of electronic as well. So maybe this is that. I'm not sure. SCP-3890-2 uses amnesticization as a form of attack. While it has not injured me physically thus far, I've lost all memory of significant chunks of my childhood and early adulthood. Oh, that's actually bad. I can no longer recall which high school I went to or what my first job was. My current hypothesis is that as an entity, it feeds upon memory. Oh, so it attacks, but it also consumes the memory. Okay, so it's like Dementor then. Do you guys remember Harry Potter? There's this thing called Dementor, and Dementor is pretty much a shadowy figure that will feast on your hopes, I think, or happiness or sadness or something like that. And yeah, um, there's that. So still not sure what this is though. Okay, let's continue. The specimens of Dash 1 are people who were brought here in the past. They fell victim to Dash 2 and lost all memory. Oh, okay. Dash 1 is people that doesn't remember anything. With what I've seen here, this is the only conclusion I can reach. But not just yet, because I see another hyperlink here. Maybe this is offset 2? Yep, okay, another offset 2. This is interesting. If there is another one, I think, okay, there is something else. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it here for now because it feels like this SCP can be very long or super long, especially when at the every end there is one hyperlink to the next one, which is interesting, I would say. But yeah, anyway, I think that'll be it for today's episode of Razer or Random SCP Review. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been SCP-3890 or SCP that is called as aka me not. Oh no, forget me not pretty much. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been Racer. Stay safe, healthy. I will see you again very soon in the next part. And see ya.